Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my annual review for this year's release for The Walking Dead on Blu-ray / DVD. This year, of course, we got the release for The Walking Dead Season 7, which just hit last week. I've gone through all of the details, everything that it has to offer. Going to give you guys my thoughts. And spoiler warning, of course, if you haven't seen this season yet. So this just hit last week. Just was released. Got my copy. Finally had time to go ahead and go through it. Want to give you guys my thoughts on everything it includes, just so that we can put at ease any worry of what comes with it, at least so you guys know. That way, if you want to buy it or you're thinking about buying it, you'll know exactly what you're getting for the most part. So it does come with a nice slipcase cover as usual for The Walking Dead. But unlike all the other seasons, this one features JDM is Negan, of course, with a kind of white and black and red text cover. So I like the red, of course, with blood and everything, right? That kind of deal. Because obviously him swinging the bat, Season 7 premiere. Which really, from Season 7, the premiere episode is really, I think, the standout from the whole season. Like the entire season, really, I think all anyone thinks about is really the Season 7 premiere. It's like the standout thing from it. And even on the special features, a lot of the stuff just relates back to that. So it doesn't, one thing about this release, it doesn't really fit in with the others. If you look at all the others, I've got the covers in between here. There's Black Season 6, and you got the others, a lot of grunge and that kind of stuff. Earlier on Walking Dead, like right here, there's Season 2, Season 1's over there. It doesn't really fit with the others in terms of a collection. So we'll see what the future releases look like. This one just sticks out, of course, because it's just got the flat white, which always stands out. And then, of course, the inside, it's basically the same. Has a description on the back of the season, and just kind of, you guys know the whole thing. We don't really need to go over it. Picking up immediately after the thrilling cliffhanger from Season 6. So you guys know that. We'll go over every special feature and, deleted scene that there is there and give you guys my thoughts on it. First disc has Rick and Michonne, which is cool, like that one. We've got Glenn and Maggie, which makes a lot of sense for sure. Sasha and Abraham here, which is really cool. We've got Eugene and Dwight there. And then the last disc, we have the special features with Daryl and Carol. Okay, so in the release, you do get every episode, of course, of The Walking Dead Season 7. You get all 16 episodes, which can be expected. The episodes look good. Obviously, it's a Blu-ray release, so it's, pretty much the highest quality you're going to get for Walking Dead at this time. For each season, of course, with the Blu-ray. For the commentaries, so there's a few episodes on here that do have audio commentaries. They usually, most of them feature, like Scott Gimple, somebody else involved. Actually, Michael Cudlitz is on some of these. He was on some of the ones in Season 6, too. I guess he likes to do these or something, because he tends to be on quite a bit of them. So those are basically, you can watch the episode with commentary from Scott Gimple and the people that were involved with creating it, of course. So sometimes an actor, producer, this kind of deal. So there's a few episodes, but not every episode. Only a few. Like the Season 7 premiere, of course, has the audio commentary. You got the Season 7 finale, and you got Bury Me Here. So just some of the special episodes that stand out of the season get the commentary treatment. Then we'll go over the deleted scenes. So the deleted scenes for this season. So we get deleted scenes from the season premiere, 7:05, 7:10, 7:13, 7:14, 7:16, the finale. All right, so the deleted scenes, if you guys haven't seen them online, I already did a video on it giving my thoughts on the 7:01, which is the premiere deleted scene, which is the extended them having dinner scene, where you get to see Glenn playing with baby Herschel. You get to see Sasha and Abraham there, and just kind of them all kind of hanging out. Michonne's wearing a dress, this kind of thing, and having their dinner and that kind of stuff. So it's just a longer version of what we did get to see. It's extended, I suppose. It's very sad sequence, and I think that's probably, out of all the deleted scenes, one of the selling features for this set is that you do get that deleted scene, which you can watch online anyway if you really want to. But if you're a collector like me and you want to have all the Walking Dead stuff, then that's something. The rest of them, really, there's not much here. 7:05 is Carl and Enid. It's the car scene, if you guys remember, where they kind of go on their roller skate date type deal. The car scene where he kind of goes to see her. It's just got a few extra things there with the car dying and then them kind of getting out and walking. So you can understand why that one was deleted, because it just we didn't really need to see it, or it didn't really matter. 7:10, we have Rick and Gabriel at the Junkyard. We've got Gabriel's faith, discussion about that. and about how Rick ended up finding the junkyard because of Gabriel leading him there. You got Michonne, who kind of looks at them after Rick puts his hand on Gabriel's shoulder and says, "Enemies can become friends." So some of these are just like longer versions with a little bit more than the clip that was actually in the show. Then we've got another one from that one where it's got Daryl with the tiger about getting the kingdom on board, which is with Morgan, which again was actually in that episode, but they just gave it. There was a little bit more to it that they clipped up a little bit, which made sense probably for time for the episode. 7:13, we get Ben and Richard. Richard writing a note to. He says, use the grave for me in the note. So he writes that down. He's kind of struggling. He writes it down. It's pretty long. You can definitely see why they deleted it because it doesn't do a whole lot. I mean, it does a little bit for the episode with the grave and that kind of stuff that Morgan and everything else that happens afterwards. But you can definitely see why they deleted it. And it's not that big of a deal because Richard's dead already. So, some of these characters, if you see deleted scenes with them, it's like, who cares? They're dead. And they weren't that big of a character anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So there's that one from 7:13. 7:14, we get Simon and Gregory, a little bit of extended with Dr. Carson being taken, them kind of not showboating, but they're kind of talking in front of each crowd, trying to save face. Gregory trying to make it look like he's being strong with Simon, sorta, or at least he's not being a total pushover, but he kind of is, and Simon kind of gives him a weird look as he goes off with Dr. Carson. So again, just a little bit more from that part. And then 7:16 with Rick and Carl, which is actually the next best deleted scene from this season. So you get a good one in the premiere, a good one in the finale. This one is with Rick and Carl and Michonne inside the house, and you've got Rick telling Carl he loves him. You've got Carl asking about would his dad have cut his arm off if he had to, and then Michonne interrupts, which I really like because it's kind of like her taking on a motherly role to kind of straighten Carl up, to be like, don't even think about that. Don't even, ask that. Just focus on winning 100%. So I really love that scene because it's like Michonne taking on that motherly role and kind of putting Carl in his place, which is good. And that's it for the deleted scenes. So we'll get into the cons of this afterwards, like things that we expected to see. So we'll get to that. Let's go over the featurettes first and give our thoughts on each featurette so you guys know what it includes. The first one is Inside the Walking Dead, which is basically you have the production team, Scott Gimple and all the others, Andrew Lincoln's in a lot of these, Gale Ann Hurd, and they basically go inside the Walking Dead for a lot of the episodes. They explain some of the meetings, some of the things they were trying to do with the episodes, some of the reasons why they decided to do a certain type of filming. Like in the season 7 premiere, you have Greg Nicotero and the others kind of showing us from Rick's perspective why they chose to do that and how things worked out. And then to complement that, you also get the making of The Walking Dead, which they usually include stuff like this, Inside the Walking Dead, the making of The Walking Dead, for a lot, like pretty much every episode. And some of them are really cool. You get to see kind of how they do some of the stuff. You get to see how big of a genius Greg Nicotero is, and some of the others are that do some of these really hard things in the episodes. And just how it all comes together and kind of give you a little bit more for each episode with what they were trying to do rather than us just extrapolating from the episode what we think they were trying to do. In this, we get to actually see what they were trying to do with the episode and the theme and everything like that. So it's pretty cool. Gives you a little bit more info. There's some good nuggets in there for each character in that, which is cool to see. So the Inside the Walking Dead, the Making the Walking Dead, I do like this one because, you get to kind of see them explain what they were going for in each episode and what they were trying to do. In Memoriam is character tribute, which is cool because we do have a lot of character deaths this year, especially 2 huge ones at the beginning, some decently big ones in the middle, and then another pretty big one at the end, and some scattered throughout, of course, as per usual. So it's a pretty good one because Glenn and Abraham. So that's a good one. I like that. Our Larger World is basically a featurette about them building the world that The Walking Dead Season 7 was in. So you get to see the different communities, how they built those up. It makes you wonder and think like, okay, maybe that's where a lot of the budget went, was building these big sets, because some of the sets are huge for, like, you've got the Kingdom, you've got Hilltop, you've got Sanctuary, and then you got the Heapsters, the Junkyard. So, just them building and kind of what that all looks like and that kind of stuff if you're into that thing. Breaking and Rebuilding is kind of about the theme of Season 7, which is breaking Rick in under Negan and the others in, and then them rebuilding and kind of, rebelling and getting ready to fight back against him right to the end. So that was pretty cool. It gives you kind of an overall theme arc for what they were going for the season, being broken down, and then rebuilding and eventually rising up and attacking back, which we kind of already knew, but it's kind of cool to see them explain the whole theme and why they did the things they did and why it made sense from their perspective. A new chapter of Fear, which is cool because it goes into the comics and it shows like episode 100 with Glenn. It shows the Abraham death and kind of just a few little things. It's not that long, but a few little things about the comic and how it kind of inspired the season of The Walking Dead. Zombie Spotlight, which is pretty cool. We get Top Walkers and Warrior Women. We get to see Winslow and how he was made and some of the other wicked zombies from Greg Nicotero and just how much of a goddamn genius he is. And every time I watch this, I just think like, he better be training somebody to replace him, because when you get to see these kind of things, you see the amount of stuff that this guy does for the show. He's directing the most important episodes. He's doing all the zombie stuff pretty much, or overseeing it all. He's got all these incredible ideas for zombie guts and disgusting stuff and faces that are cut in half and this way and just all this crazy stuff. They better have somebody learning from him, because someone's going to need to take over after him. And man, that's going to be tough for anybody to do, because he does an incredible job. So I like Top Walkers because you get to see some of those really cool zombies, how they come up with this stuff, like the Winslow zombies, like crazy. So really cool stuff. And that's definitely a standout zombie from this year. There's a few others as well, too. Then we have Warrior Women, which is basically a spotlight on all the girls. The girls being super strong, doing their thing. Sasha and the others this season. The ones that stood out, Carol and, Michonne and all the other kick-ass women in the series, which is cool. And then finally, the writers of The Walking Dead kind of give their thoughts on some of their favorite episodes to write, which is pretty cool, because I see in the credits on Wikipedia who writes each episode, but I don't really know who they are. Like, this is the first time I think I've seen Angela Kang, because I didn't know who it was, but I see the name in the wiki, and now we get to actually see the person. So the writers of The Walking Dead and kind of what they enjoyed writing for the season. And that is it for everything it includes. So just to recap, the 16 episodes for the season, some deleted scenes with 2 that I would say are good, worthwhile. The rest are not useful, if you ask me. Just like they're not even something you probably want to rewatch. Most of them are boring, not really that useful at all. But they're there. It's what it is. So 2 good deleted scenes and the featurettes, which give you more of an understanding of the behind the scenes for The Walking Dead and what it looks like for them to create the show. So the featurettes are good. 2 of the deleted scenes are good. A lot of the other stuff is not really that grabbing for me. It's not really that engaging for me to watch. And I'm a hardcore Walking Dead fan. So if it's not that hardcore, if it's not that engaging for me, I'm sure it's probably not that engaging for a lot of you guys. So the things they did not include is very upsetting. No stuff with Negan, options for the swearing sequences. So there's been a lot of interviews this year for The Walking Dead Season 7, because Season 7 is so, it was such a huge release with the Season 7 premiere. There was so much to it. People being excited to see Negan and all kinds of crazy stuff. There were some cuts that were shot, according to interviews that I've read over the course of the season, that JDM did do some F cuts, so some swear word, saying the F word all the time, kind of swearing a lot, cut takes for the show. They're not on here. If you're expecting them to be on here, they're not. Some people say, well, they'll probably be on the special edition. Well, wait and see first before you buy it, because we all expected the Negan swearing stuff to be on here. And I won't beat it to death, because I already did a video on it saying it's disappointed, but now I can confirm for you guys, it's just not here. And that sucks, because we were all really excited waiting for that. I personally was. Season 6 had a Negan F-bomb swearing stuff that you could get with the Blu-ray. This one doesn't, and there's a lot more Negan in this season than there was in Season 6. So that is really a letdown for people that are expecting to get that. It's just not there. Also, all of the character death sequences in the premiere. So there was some articles that they had shot a Negan beating down everybody in the lineup. So in the Season 7 premiere, he kills everybody, basically. And I think they did that to control spoilers so people wouldn't know who was Lucille. because they did a clip, Greg Nicotero and the others film one with everybody. Now, some of them were used in the premiere. You got to see potentials from Rick's perspective of him thinking about what can still happen, as Negan says to him, think about what can still happen. And you see like Maggie and you see some of the others get hit quickly. Maybe it's not as full through and slow as the the actual kills from Glenn and Abraham, but it was cool to see it in that episode. But a lot of us expected to see a whole featurette where you would get to see all of the kills. So you get to see Negan kill everybody, even if it's a quick whatever, just to get that option to get to see like Negan kill Rick or Negan kill whoever. I don't know to what extent they filmed that. Maybe they didn't have enough for each one to do a featurette on it. But personally, from what I had read in interviews and that, it seemed like they had enough. It seemed like they had shot all 11. I remember them saying like 11 character deaths, had all been filmed. Some of them were shown. Like I said, some of the potentials were shown. But I was expecting to get to see a featurette with all 11 of them. So you get to see Negan kill everybody, basically. And it just would have been a really cool deleted scene or a really cool alternate sequence to get that would have been better and more important, I would say, than any of these other deleted scenes here. The Glenn baby one is really good though, but it definitely would have been something that would have sold, I think, helped sell the set for sure. So in terms of my overall thoughts on this one, those are the cons for things that I would have liked to have seen included. The two big ones. I mean, there's other stuff too, but you'd always like to see. But those are ones that were supposed to kind of be out there and were not included with this release. So keep an eye on the special edition, but I wouldn't hold my breath because usually special editions are mainly the same. Just you get some kind of cool casing with like a zombie figure or something like that. Maybe a couple things, but I'd be surprised if all the Negan swearing cuts were on that. We'll see. But for this one, yeah, that's pretty much it for what it includes. That's basically everything. I mean, is it worth buying? Of course, you guys are going to have to decide for yourselves. For me, I have every season of The Walking Dead on DVD or Blu-ray. I have a complete collection of it. I'm going to collect the series all the way through to the very end. So for me, I'm going to buy it anyway, and to be able to review it for you guys, I have to do it. But for you guys, it's up to you ultimately. I guess it depends how big of a Walking Dead fan you are. If you're a super Walking Dead fan that loves the TV series and wants to know all this extra information that you get to see in the making of inside the commentary, because sometimes the commentaries are really cool. They explain things that you might not have got otherwise anywhere, really. For what they were trying to do. So it's up to you whether or not that's enough of a selling point for you guys. Like I said, the deleted scenes are nothing really crazy. You can watch the Glenn one online. You can probably watch the Rick and Carl one online too. So and Michonne. So it's nothing too crazy. And it's going to be up to you guys. For me, season 7, I'm going to do a video I think pretty soon. Top 5 reasons why season 7 failed. Because so many fans turned on the series during this season that I think it makes sense to do that. As a big-time fan of The Walking Dead, just all the reasons why a lot of people turned off from the show. Personally, I like the season a lot. There's some big episodes in it that if you think about without this season, you don't have those. So you don't have the season 7 premiere, which is one of the absolute biggest episodes ever of The Walking Dead. Really crazy. Most hyped episode ever. It's just that episode and maybe the finale episode for the season, episode 16, those are really, I would say, the ones that are really going to stick out. A lot of times the premiere and finale does stick out, but this season for sure, the premiere sticks out like crazy, and the finale is a good solid, one of the best finales they've done. And that's what it is. So, of course, it's going to be up to you guys whether or not you want to get it. In terms of the score for me, based on what I was expecting and where it's at right now, I'm going to give this one a 7.5, which is, about average release, that kind of thing. Not as good as some of the prior seasons because I was expecting to see some of those other things that were not included. And that is a bit unfortunate. But, for me, I got to have it because it's Walking Dead collection and it includes the season 7 premiere, the Glenn and Abraham deaths, and all kinds of craziness that happened this season, Winslow zombie and season finale. So there's a lot here as well, but there are parts of the season that are very depressing, and they kind of go into that a little bit, being broken down in the first half. A lot of the audience did not stick around for the second half to see them build back up because they found it so depressing. And you get that when you get this and you watch like the first episode and then you watch a couple, it's like, damn, I'm like depressed, dude. I don't know if I want to watch that again because it's so depressing. So I don't know. Maybe Netflix or something for some of you guys. Totally up to you guys. that'll pretty much be it for my review, guys. I hope you liked it. I'll do another one for Season 8 again next year as usual. Let me know what you guys thought about the release. If you picked it up, write your comments below. Let me know what you're thinking. And, just reflecting on Season 7, because we're getting geared up for Season 8 now. And this will be, close to the last part, so we'll talk about Season 7 probably for a long time, except for review videos when we talk about the whole series as a whole. So write your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you like this video, please, guys, I appreciate all your support. The likes do matter. Please thumb it up below. You can also share and favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. Subscribers do matter as well, too. You guys matter. You can subscribe at the bottom left. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys again soon for another video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.
You better subscribe.